This is Brian, and welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Dragon Warrior 2. Heading back to this dreadful tower that I ended up getting slaughtered in last time. Yeah, we made a decent amount of progress in it though, so it wasn't the end of the world, not a total loss. I have to imagine I've explored at least about half of it so far. So first of all, we gotta go all the way around the edge here. Let's let Orfeo take out the tiger. Too bad I get to go first, but oh well. I guess, yeah, one thing I need to do, besides healing Orfeo a little bit here, go ahead and get Repel going. Because, yeah, I was just going to say, I don't know if it'll work or not, but it might be like a placebo effect for me and make me feel like I'm making it farther without getting attacked. It sure as hell didn't work right away there. 2 steps even with it on. Yeah, now we're going quite a ways here. Like how they move their weapons in unison. I'll try to take them down. It still hit pretty hard. Or maybe I should say, they hit Peta pretty hard. Yeah, that's the other thing, I guess, that I was thinking about doing before I came here, maybe. And it probably would have given me some better armor for her. But, yeah, either way. Hero's up to 19. Didn't make it too far there. I think we'll just go straight on these guys. Because Hero should be able to finish one of them off. And good. They did not combine on the same one. Kind of surprised that Orfeo and Peta combined to take one out with physical attacks. Bottom left. Doesn't really matter where Peta goes, I don't think. Dang it. I do just get annoyed when the enemies get to attack. Or especially when that enemy gets to attack. Because it's going to take about, what, somewhere between 14 to 18 damage on us, it seems like. I'm trying to run from this one. Alright. And the outside just loops around anyway. There was nothing over there. Ah, shit. This is the one that took me out last time. Let's cross our fingers. Alright. I don't like that, relying on just having the dice roll my way. Those guys have so much potential for damage. Okay, instead of doing that one, this is where I wanted to go up here first. This time. Hopefully it doesn't matter what side of this door I'm on. Oh. Okay, this is going straight up, it seems like. So it shouldn't take too long to check it out unless it starts branching out eventually. The rappel wore off on the same tile that I got into a fight. Didn't really mean to walk around it there. Okay, now we have some choices. Well, two choices. Maybe we're at the top here. But if this is the top, well, what's going on here? Ah, okay. Got a dude here. Got one on the other side too? No, just him. Well, let's make sure I talk to him in a direction that I'm not going to accidentally fall off the tower in. For long ages have I guarded the Chamber of Hargon. There is a land called Rhone, high in the mountains, in the middle of a great continent. There shall thou find Hargon. That's it. Yeah, I guess that was just to talk to that guy. And yes, there are several floors to this place, higher than where I was at. Alright, we're back to this place. Alright, so here's the other staircase going up, because I had not made it all the way to the end of this path either. Down I was done with, though, I'm pretty sure. And right I was done with. Please let me run. Alright, thank you. Here was the branching path. I took the one to the right before. Let's just check this one out. No, wait. Maybe I went to this one. Because this seems familiar. Unless it connects. Well, let's just keep climbing here anyway. Please. See, I feel like even if I come in here at full strength, this group of guys can just wipe me out in one round. If they happen to all hit with that spell that attacks everybody. That's probably it. I don't even know what it mattered. Why am I trying to run? Nothing I can do. I can't even use this frickin' key because it won't let me use it because she's dead. I have to trade it, which is just a pain in the ass on its own. Nope, that'll do it. don't understand why they throw a group of enemies in there like that. Those 5, whatever they're called, fire-breathing fucks. There's another half of my money gone. Well, before I head back into that god-awful place again, we're gonna actually, for one thing, we're gonna go back to the world tree and pick up another leaf. And then I think I'm gonna try to just go to the other place I was talking about where I can potentially get some better armor for Peta. The only thing is I didn't know if I could do that before I did the other thing, but at this point in the game, it seems like they're kind of leaving it open for you. So I think I probably can. Now, as far as this one, which way's closer for me? Seems like it's quite a ways. It's about equidistance, probably. If I just wrap around world by going left, or if I go right and follow the shoreline to get to it. And I wanted to try to figure out maybe a good place to try to do a little bit of level grinding. So far from what I see, it might just be fighting out on the ocean here still. I'll have to see what kind of enemies I'm going to run into on the way to that next town. Maybe around there would be better. As long as I don't get those fire-breathing fucks around me again. I think that's a good name for them. Whatever they were called. Let's see, we got a monolith there. I think I'm right on track and we're pretty close to it here. Yeah, here it is. Now I guess I'll test that idea that I had, that I was pretty sure that we would be able to pick up another one here after we used the one I had. Alright, we did get another leaf. Yeah, that wasn't any better than the stuff I've been fighting in the ocean. I can actually go up to... Maybe let's go up to this other place where I gotta get the Eye of Balroth, or whatever the guy's name is. Can I... Or no. Can't get in here yet, can I? Because I need to get another item to be able to get in here. Well, it's gonna be faster to get to where I want to go by just warping back here anyway. While we're here, let's stay at the inn again. Yeah, I think part of my problem is here now. Since I did get the map, since I did start looking at a map, I haven't been exploring around as, like, overly thoroughly as I was before. So that probably led me to not getting as many fights and as much experience while I was on the way to other places. Yeah, here's a regular orc, not a golden one. He's just about as tough as the gold one. He's probably just not worth as much money. He had a treasure chest. And it was just 81 gold. Now, the next place is just straight north of here, I think. Maybe a little bit back east, maybe. How do I want to handle this one? Alright. At least we got our attacks off without getting put to sleep. Okay. Yeah, called for help, but that probably won't matter too much here. Hit the wrong one, hero. Okay, well that's fine. Yeah, see, that's good experience and money. Much better than I was getting on any of the fights I've had on land so far. Alright, so now we head over to the main continent here. And there's going to be a river I have to follow for a little ways. Yeah, I think this is the one I want. There are a couple of rivers over here, but this is the one to get to the town. And you gotta keep following it here for a little ways. Because I gotta go through this mountain pass here. And then I want to take the left path. And then we're gonna have to walk quite a ways. So hopefully these enemies aren't, like, seriously much harder than I've had. Orc. Type of zombie, let's see how tough they are. They hit pretty hard. Ooh. Thank God that went off. Otherwise I might have had somebody already in trouble here. And I see they're putting me to sleep as well, potentially. Well, quite a bit of experience, not as much money. I think Step Guard will also work on those, like, poison marsh areas. But I can just easily go around this one, so I'm not going to worry about it for this. See if Repel does anything to help. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward here. There's the town, but I still have a little ways to travel to get around. Hibabengo? Well, the earlier versions of these guys have kind of been a pain in the ass, so let's not take them lightly. Okay. Not too bad. A group of 4 probably would have been a little bit much to handle. And we're almost there. Hopefully this will be the last fight I have to get into. The enemies did not see me. Okay. Hello, this is the village of Tuhn. Tuhn. Far and wide I have sought a master weaver who makes water-flying cloth. And they say such a man lives here. There is a house of healing there. It is said that the Tower of the Moon holds a piece of the moon. And yes, the Tower of the Moon is actually fairly close to here, but I think you have to take the other river to get to it. Thou hast heard of Roach Fatsfinger? I see. Well, he stole the key to our water gate, the scoundrel. We would dearly love to have it back. Many years have passed since the Tower of the Moon could be reached by ship. It lies to the south. Okay, yeah, I think that's what you need. You actually need the water gate key here, I think, because we should be able to open up the water gate to allow us to get to that tower. And then what we get in there allows us to go get the Eye of Mulroth or whatever in that other cave in the ocean. I'm Jenna. If thou meets my husband, tell him that my father's name was Ruffles. Ruffles? Sounds like a type of potato chip or else a dog name or something. If the water gate were to be raised, water would once more fill the dry riverbed. Deal in tools. Okay. I actually don't think I want to do that. Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah. My only thought is I think it's gonna reset this as my warp point. And this place is kind of a pain to get out of. Well, here we do have a locked door. And this is actually kind of what I came here for immediately. I believe this should be our guy. Ah, so thou hast found my loom and the Dew's yarn, too. I shall weave thee a water-flying cloth, but it will take time. Please come back in a day or so. And I believe by a day or so, he just means saving and reloading it. Ruff. I thought maybe that was Ruffles. So you did notice, or you probably noticed, that dog was kind of walking up out of bounds, kind of, it seemed like. So I'll have to test the boundaries and see if I can go farther up around. And plus, let's see if this shop has anything new or better. Okay, it has a falcon sword. What I would imagine is better. Other than that, though, it has the same stuff I've had available. So all I need is 25,000. All I need. So quite a bit. This guy's not going to be one that saves it, is it? That's the only thing I can't save and quit and reset it until I find a guy that has the Royal Scrolls or whatever. Plus, I don't remember where to use the Watergate key. Where is the Watergate? I feel like it's just up around here somewhere, so maybe this is it. Okay, yeah, I think so. If Jenna sent thee, tell her I would not name our dog Ruffles for all the dragon's gold in Alefgard. Well, I'll go back and talk to her and see if she says anything different, but I doubt it. This is probably the Watergate key. Who had it? Oh. Well, I guess you use the jailer key to get in here. And then we gotta use it down here, I suppose. This is Jenna, right? Yeah, but that took me out of town. No, Jenna's the one right there. One in the white dress with brown hair. Oh, I guess all the girls have that. Yeah, I think we're done here. Let me just check on the spell here. Okay, it did bring me back here. Yeah, okay, so it is to the place where you last used the scrolls or whatever. And that was the guy up here. If this other guy will get out of my way. Before we actually save and reset and go back to that guy, though, to get my piece of armor, I'm gonna go collect the ingredients again. I'm not sure which one's faster to get. I think I'll warp back here to go get, as my starting place to go get both of them. Because the first one's just gonna be straight north to the tower. Well, maybe not straight north, but yeah, fairly straight up here. Repel's keeping these enemies away, at least, it seems like. I think I'll try to make it the rest of the way without using one. Now, last time when I came in here, I didn't even get encounters, so let's see if that holds true. Second floor, third floor. And it was right over here, I believe. And we can get encounters. That answers that. So maybe I should use Repel. I mean, these guys aren't a threat. Just wasting time when I'm searching around. We did get rid of the stuff we gave it to him, right? Maybe it's not always in the same spot. Okay, yeah, I guess not. Pretty sure that was slightly different. Yeah. Ah, come on. I should have just used the outside spell to get out of here, I guess. I thought especially with Repel, we'd make it without an encounter. Considering, last time I came in here, I didn't even get an encounter. Orfeo still can't do any damage to that Megapede. Oh, come on. Let's swap and have him take the Megapede. Orfeo, the baboon, and I'll still have her try to take out the ghost rat. You know, for experience, that isn't bad still. Really? Are you f***ing kidding me? Guess they're just trying to make up for my last trip in here. Not amused. Okay, what I'm gonna do here we're gonna save it, and then we're at a point where I could stop for today anyway. So what we're gonna do is we will go ahead and call it here for today, and next time we'll pick up and I'll just, well, yeah, we will have basically reset it and restarted, so that will allow me to go pick up the loom in Zahan, and then we'll go back to Tuhn. So anyway, thanks for watching, and if you've been enjoying the content so far, please like, comment, and subscribe or follow, and we'll catch you next time.